This video I got is 6 fit men versus 1 secret fat guy. A Jubilee video. Everyone knows who Jubilee is. I don't even have to say anything about that. But let's get into this.
I'm fit.
I'm fit.
I'm fit.
I'm fit.
I'm fit.
I'm
I'm
fit.
fit. I'm
And
fit.
I'm not.
Damn, bro.
Push-up competition.
All right, let's just start out with this. All right, fitness history.
So my strategy going in will be to use the fitness knowledge that I do know and trying to use that to, influence other people and definitely show that I'm knowledgeable, but also
Mind games.
not do too much. I don't want to come off too knowledgeable as if I just, studied the night before. So basically, I started my fitness history in high school. I played football. From there, I've always had some kind of relationship with working out. I am of Nigerian descent, so naturally we are leaner.
What do you weigh?
230. Yeah.
Unit.
Right? Damn, dog.
Sir. Yeah.
If you're 230, like yoked, you are one big dude.
I mean, Nigerian genetics though, but usually they're smaller.
Really?
Like, they're very lean. They're
Oh,
lean
lean-wise, yeah.
and they're tall. Like they're tall and athletic.
Gang,
That's it.
230 lean is fucking crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm 230 right now. Not lean. I got a crazy BMI. But 230 lean, bro, is fucking crazy, bro. Do y'all know what he would look like if he was 230 lean? He would literally look like Giga Chad. This would literally be him, bro. 230 lean. This is 230 lean right here.
Guys, I'm David. I'm 6'3". I'm a men's physique competitor.
Are you IFBB or is that a different thing?
No, so I've done 3 different organizations and competed in the NPC.
NPC? Okay, gotcha.
He's an NPC.
So yeah.
My fitness history, this is Cody, by the way, fellas. I started about 2 years ago because my son was born. I saw myself overweight, looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, I gotta do something about this because I want my son to see me as a superhero, and I wasn't that. I started about 2 years ago. I first started with crash dieting. I lost 50 pounds. I got down to 210, and I have now bulked.
He's not lean, but he's getting there,
Yeah,
bro.
that's what I'm thinking. Like,
Holy shit.
Growing up, I was kind of a fat kid. Well, my dad got diagnosed with diabetes when I was like younger. And then when I was in high school, my mom got diagnosed with diabetes. And I was like, oh dang, I might get diabetes. I don't want to stick a needle in myself. Right now, I'm kind of like in a party mini bulk mode, so I'm not like, I'm not
I've
as
never
shredded
heard
up.
bulking be called partying. That
I never
rocks,
heard
dude.
that.
My story is completely different. I'm just gonna be completely transparent. I was like trying to be like a big bro kind of guy in college, and it was just kind of cringe. I was drinking a lot, doing a lot of stuff, and I got humbled really badly by this one girl in college, and I got friend zoned, and she ended up like
Damn, bro.
going for an even bigger douche than I tried to be in college, and then I realized like, damn, I'm not even really that person. Like, I'm like imitating something I'm seeing. I isolated myself for like my last year of college and just started like lifting weights like crazy. I'd be more on the peeled side. I'm not very like bulky, but like I'm pretty cut. That's what I'd say right now. So
What would you say your body fat is?
probably around like 6 to 7%. I'd say that's pretty fair.
Damn.
how long have you been training?
About 2.5 years. I started my last year in college and then up to now.
Question for you: do you have a coach?
No,
So
I'm lifting for myself, bro.
So
So it's all self-taught?
Yeah, pretty much.
You
Yeah.
don't compete or anything?
No.
you're 6% body fat without a coach.
Six
I gotta
to
see
six
this
to
guy.
eight, 6 to 8%.
Say 6 to 8.
Yeah.
Oh,
6 to
Damn,
8.
homie.
Oh yeah, 6 to 8.
Obviously, I'm not 6%. And for me, it's a very, very big struggle. And for a lot of people, a lot of men, it is. And so when he mentioned that he was 6% and that's what he is on maintaining on a regular basis, that was a big red flag for me.
Miles was also a red flag for me because one of the first things that he said was he was casually 6 to 8% body fat. I find it very hard to believe, especially when he said he only trained for a year or two.
I started getting nervous when they asked about body fat percentage because I had a number in my head. When Miles said he was 6%, I immediately was like, no, I'm gonna attack him just like everybody else is.
What's up, y'all? My name is Travis. My fitness history started because I just wanted to look like a sick dude. I was just like,
Oh God! Oh, get him out of here!
All right.
Get him out of here! He's done.
I'm not necessarily saying I look like a sick bro.
Oh my
That was your goal.
God!
I'm trying my damnedest. Just look like a sicko naked, man. Just like be stoked when I'm looking in the mirror, you know?
Are you like 20?
Dude reminds me.
He must be early 20s, bro. He must be early 20s.
Man,
Talks like a
classic
fucking.
metaphor. It is better to be a warrior in a garden than it is to be a gardener in a war. That's it, man.
You watch too much Joe Rogan.
Whoa, did the fat guy say that?
Bro, what does that have to do
So
with sport?
so
My fitness journey started about 12 years ago. I used to be the fat kid in grade school. And then when I got to high school, I lost all this weight to try to fit in. Then at 20, I came out of the closet and I was known as a twink. So based on society, I had to gain weight. So since then, when I was about 20, 21 years old, I started to just eat everything that I can get my hands on.
Is anyone planning on like taking anything later, like Anavar, D-ball?
I'm trying to keep my organs healthy and everything. So the only thing I'm looking at is to go on a higher dose of test at some point with Primo. That's
I'm on test and it's wonderful.
Why do you do tests?
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Just because I've always been so insecure of being so skinny and I wanted to put on the weight and look good. And it's very helpful. It's like I said, it's very hard for me to put on weight. So
How has it affected you? Like, what's been the result? You mentioned you just kind of started.
not
Yeah,
to
so I do
not
get
to come out
agitated.
south. You said that you were chunkier prior in school and then you came out, right?
Yeah, so when I was
Okay.
little, when I was like elementary, beginning of middle school, I was chunky. When I got to high school, I realized I'm the fat kid.
So then you have trouble gaining weight,
Not because of the test, but if I wasn't on the test, I would.
but you were
don't.
chunky when you were little, right?
Yes.
But now you have issues gaining weight.
Yeah, aren't many people chunky when they're little?
I'm
and lose the
sorry.
weight?
This doesn't make any sense. So
I
you-
lost
let me
weight.
get
Nah,
let me
that's
get this straight.
facts.
You're-
No, 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 no,
you're
no, no. I'm
genetically
not gonna lie. That's facts because, bro, when you hit puberty, for me, you start shredding fat faster and easier. I'm not gonna lie.
Stay the same. So if you were genetically prone to getting chunky when you're little, you'll be genetically prone to getting chunky when you're older.
It's not
No,
necessarily
that's
true
not
at
true.
all.
That's the way I feel. I was that way when I was younger. I was able to gain a lot of weight if I wasn't watching what I was doing, and it's the same way for me now.
The real problem with this story is that you don't need tests just because you take tests doesn't mean you're gonna look good. So
No.
right off the bat,
Well, you have to work out to gain it.
Right.
If you're
But
taking
what I'm
tests and
saying is,
lifting, you're
you're
lifting
saying
heavier.
you didn't even say to gain muscle. You said to gain weight. Like this doesn't. I don't know.
Mm.
That just doesn't really make sense.
I take tests to
Okay.
lift heavier, and I do, and I look good.
What? Okay. I thought I had a pretty good
Damn,
sense
bro.
of who was the mole, but it was funny because obviously, like, I know what I look like, and I wake up to it every day, and I feel great. So I kind of just more so laughed it off.
When I heard Miles talk about his 6%, how skeptical everybody was, I just jumped on the bandwagon. Just really happy that it wasn't me.
Hold on, pause the episode. It's time for your 1 minute workout. And squat.
Yeah, I ain't working out, so I'm not gonna lie. I'm cool off that.
I stepped on a puddle of sweat at the gym yesterday and hurt my dang tailbone. Seriously? Same thing happened to me.
Huh. Sounds like you two could use Morgan and Morgan.
Morgan and Morgan?
They specialize in a wide range
Oh.
of specialties, with
Gang. Oh my god.
All right. I have to bring this up, and I don't mean to call you out, David. You said you have your you do shows,
Mhm.
right?
Correct.
How long have you been working out again?
Going on 12 years.
12 years. How old are you?
5.
25.
Damn.
Wow.
13-year-old just yacked out.
You're natural and you're in competition.
NPC is natural comp, right? Like that's the whole.
No.
point.
No, it's
No, it's
not.
not. It's
No, the NPC is you can compete against guys who are not natural, but I also compete in the OCB, INBA.
Are you
which
in
are
men's
both-
classic physique?
No, I'm just men's physique.
Okay.
So I compete in a natural organization, which I'm drug tested, and I compete against guys who are not drug tested in their organization.
What was your last test
That
levels?
sounds stupid, bro.
That was my last test levels.
Yeah, you said you get tested. So what was your? I could tell you my last test levels right now.
I'm
But-
natural. I don't take anything.
You said you get tested.
I haven't competed in over 2 years.
Oh, okay.
What's your body fat?
Know it's closer than 6% than the other guy.
Closer to 6%, you said?
Yeah, definitely
Really?
closer to 6% than the other guy.
So when you said closer to 6%, are you saying you're underneath 10?
Yeah,
And you haven't competed in 2 years, but you're
Correct.
staying underneath 10.
correct.
That's not that crazy. I'm definitely underneath 10. I've never competed or anything.
I've done 6 shows.
You
I'm
said
not gonna lie. I came into this because I know Jubilee's smart. So I came into this gonna be suspicious of any bodybuilders and any coaches. So
your strategy is you're suspicious of bodybuilders. And stuff?
Jubilee's not.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
So they're gonna hire somebody that's
The big dude hasn't said shit
someone that
yet, bro.
knows.
Oh, like the fact
He's
guys.
barely saying anything.
The
And
fact
why are
guy
they
would
not
be
on
most
him?
Likely somebody that
knows was a decent.
it was an ex bodybuilder or coach that doesn't want to
Possible.
just doesn't want to be in that space no more.
Yeah.
So they let themselves go. They're overweight.
It could be you, brother.
I am far away from.
I've
far
only
away
been working out for 2 years.
Could we go down the line and say like how easily you sweat?
So I guess it depends on like what I'm doing. I'll say walking on the treadmill for about 10, 15 minutes gets my heart going. And then I'm able to get into some warm-up sets. And by that time, I'm sweating a little bit. So it kind of depends, like what, are you talking about like a drenching sweat or kind of like a warm-up, like,
I don't
Are
know,
you
like
a sweater?
am I a sweater?
Yeah. Do you sweat easily?
Do I sweat easily? No, I wouldn't say so. It takes a while. It takes some time for me to.
interesting, brother. I said that because so kind of contrary to popular belief, more athletically inclined people actually, again, to kind of maintain homeostasis. I need to stop using stupid buzzwords, and I'm gonna get canceled using them incorrectly probably. But
No, you're not the mole.
But yeah,
Well, it all depends.
but yeah,
right?
to maintain
So-
homeostasis, no, more athletically inclined bodies do typically sweat way before like bigger, heavier bodies. So my homie Richard on the end said, "Nah, I'm not a sweater, bro. I'm a little sussed out."
And I mean,
Well, so what
But
do
it
you do?
depends on what you're doing too. So
I mean, that's all I was asking, but you were like, "I'm hitting the treadmill, I'm warming up, and then I'm kind of
20
sweating a little
minutes.
bit."
walking on the
Yeah,
treadmill
dog.
for 10. So let's get the times right.
Travis, right? You brought up the question, Travis.
Yeah.
I have a question for Richard.
Yes, sir.
Richard, what are the 3 main compound lifts? Like the big 3.
the Holy Trinity.
Okay.
Yeah.
So squats is one.
Good.
I would say
Take too long.
Bench.
Yeah. See,
I'd say anything with like your back.
what's
sure.
what's the back?
Okay, so like lats. I do lat pull down is good.
Richard's tubby, man.
Okay, so so
Yo, they got
I
this
never really
motherfucker
got
quick,
into, like,
bro.
as far as like following like a exact regimen. Like I said, like I'm very just straightforward. Like I
As
do
a
back.
football player, though.
Yeah.
As a football player, though.
Yeah, squats, power cleans. I was doing all that stuff, but I don't do that
Okay.
now.
Everyone
because-
getting into weightlifting knows
Yeah.
the big 3 though.
Right.
Because that's
Okay,
like
that's
the
fair.
first thing you learn.
That's right.
He couldn't answer my question.
Bro asked me about the Trinity compound lifts, and I literally draw a blank.
Yeah, the Holy Trinity, everyone knows.
I'm not gonna lie.
If you're getting into like bodybuilding,
They
and
cracked down
weightlifting,
on him
everyone knows
quick
the
as
3
fuck.
biggest compounds are deadlifts, squats, bench press.
I couldn't think of any other ones, so I knew that for sure was probably going to be the beginning of my downfall.
Judging a book by its cover is kind of outdated when you could judge someone by their love print.
Yo, bro, how many times is they gonna throw an ad in here? The fit man will now vote.
I feel relieved. That's one for sure, and the experience was kind of anxiety-inducing, but also fun. But no, definitely more relieved now that it's finally like over, for sure.
If everyone feels confident that you already caught the mole, you can end the game now. But if the majority has doubt, the game will continue. Please raise your hand if you want to continue playing the game.
Why?
Okay, so I would describe myself like,
How do they all vote? All right, okay. You know what? That makes sense because they voted the first guy out, thinking that he was probably the fat one, and they consent. You know what? I'm not even gonna say that.
my family genetics blessed me with wide shoulders, but it has cursed me with storing more body fat on my lower waist.
I would say I have a decent physique. It's not the greatest. It's not where I want to be. I am pretty built. I have some nice shoulders, arms, etc. My core, it has slight fluff over it with typically around 2 to 4 ab shows. I do have bottom stomach chunk, but that's typical between 10 to 15%.
Completely shredded. I believe, if I'm not wrong, I'm the only one on the stage that's on testosterone. So, completely shredded.
You have a horrible memory.
Yeah. What I am uncomfortable with, and probably my biggest insecurity, are my legs because they're the toughest for me to thicken out.
I'm pretty lengthy. I'm tall. My limbs are extremely long. I have striations from my shoulders to my chest to my triceps, vascularity from forearms all the way up to pecs.
How would I describe my physique? Peeled to the bone. I'm just kidding.
This
I'm probably like a
motherfucker, bro.
David Lane, if you guys know that guy.
Damn.
Gym
What the fuck? That guy is
track
fucking
athlete.
ripped, bro.
I have pretty defined abs. I'm probably
How do I get to that level?
No one's asked me like my height, weight, or body fat or anything.
You're pretty believable.
Yeah, you're definitely you definitely got.
Or you're
it.
just very
I
smart.
just got a crazy round build, but I'm obsessed with fitness and but no, yeah, I'm probably like 7%.
Yo, gang, just based off his voice, we know he's one of the gym bros, bro. I think if anyone heard this shit, they would think that this motherfucker's in the gym, in college, shotgunning beers.
7.5, 8%. Stay
He
like
just
that
got a
year
gym
round.
bro
I guess
voice.
I'm the fat one here, huh?
Oh, I might
Should've
be.
sold it for us.
Dude, that's a good point. I was saying this whole thing is kind of bringing about a general question of how do we define fat versus fit. Also,
Yeah.
you know,
I might be 50%.
That's a great.
That's a great way to put
great
it.
point.
Like I would consider myself prior to starting my journey 2 years ago. I was definitely fat. I didn't look too horrible in shirts. I definitely had a rounded out face. I definitely had a lot of gut, no visible abs, no nothing. I don't think necessarily abs define fit. I would more so say like the size of your arms, like the look of your arms, your chest and shoulders really is what I would look at.
I agree, and I hate to intrude on that, but I think abs does not define fitness at all. Like the fit look.
Agreed.
I believe like if you're wearing clothing and you feel in your clothing very
Yeah,
well.
I don't know if you saw me, but I was trying like trying to get a word in, but I'm drowned out by all the noise because everyone's like they were just going like yapping and going at each other, and I'm like, can I get a word in, guys? But I never got a chance.
Do we want to objectively define what we think fatness is here, like numbers wise?
Like I said, I'm 14, 15%. I wish I was like 12 at least, but it is what it is.
All right,
I think we have our answer.
which is what?
Well, when we vote,
Oh.
Okay. What did I say? Where did I go wrong? Did they just vote me out just so they could vote someone out because everyone was like, yeah, we messed up. We continued the game and we were not supposed to. So
I strictly voted for Denzel, and I don't feel like round 3 was super productive either. I voted Denzel out because he made a noise right after we continued the game, like he wasn't wanting to continue, so that's why I voted him.
All right, we're gonna continue.
when I got voted out, when I heard my name, I was like, it do be like that.
Please raise your hand if you want to continue playing the game. If the lights turn green, that means you have voted the mole out and you win. If the lights turn red, that means the mole is still in the box and you lose. 1, 2, 3. You guys voted the mole out.
Yes.
Can we
Good job,
dap up now?
guys.
I'm trying to
Good
dap up
shit,
all my
fellas,
homies.
good
I'm trying. I can't see you, but I'm gonna just put a fist. up.
Are you guys smacking
Whoa,
each
this
other
guy's
over there?
yoked. Jesus
I'm out of the loop over here.
What up, gang?
What up, what up, what up?
What up, dog?
So, on the count of 3, please take your blindfolds off. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Oh, get out.
All right, so I did my best to, try and weasel my way in here. But to be honest, I do have a fitness background. So in 2018, I've been a big kid my whole life. My heaviest weight was 450 pounds when I was, how old was I? 28 years old. Started my weight loss journey because someone close to me told me, with tears in their eyes that I was gonna die, and it hurt really bad. So I started literally just working out from my house because I was too ashamed to go to the gym. Literally just.
You know what? I'm cutting him off. Let's speak about my fitness journey right quick. I went up to 250 in 2024. And then all of a sudden I was like, nah, this can't be it. I started going to the gym every day. I started biking literally, I was biking 20 miles like a day, every day, day and night. Like I was basically living outside, bro. That's how active I was, bro. I would drop down to 213. I think that was my lowest weight since a long time. I was at 220 in like 6th grade, man. Like, not, I don't know how tall I was. I say 4'9", but that might be an exaggeration. I dropped down to 209. I mean, 213 in the summer of 2024, and then all of a sudden, I'm not gonna say what, but something happened and I was in a terrible headspace. I stopped caring. I started smoking again, started eating more and more and more and more and more. Then eventually I went back up to 260. That was this May. 260 something pounds. About to be 270. I left up to Jersey after I graduated high school, and that's when I started. I was like, I need to lock in. I need to lose some of this. So I stayed up there with my sister in Pennsylvania. As I was working, I was just dieting, ate less, worked more. And as I was working, you do a lot of walking, all right? A lot of walking. So yeah, I got a lot of steps in. I dropped down back to 230. Yeah, back down to 230. I gotta keep going down. If I could get to 200 flat, that'd be great.
Picked up dumbbells and just went to town. I lost 100 pounds in 8 months. 2020 hit, super depressed because of the pandemic, gained some weight back, started keto, dropped all the way down from, I think I was like 360 to the time to 273. In 2021, I hit a plateau, could not lose weight anymore at all. Sucked mentally, just it literally like my brain up. So I just started going back, and this is me now trying to fight my way back to my lowest weight, which was 273.
You gotta do the carb cycling to keep it in your body and then flush it out. Keep pushing. But you'll get there. Just keep pushing, man. Don't give up on it. Don't give up. The fitness journey to lose weight, to gain muscle, to be in that mindset, it's very, very difficult. You have your ups and you have your downs, and the only way you lose is by giving it up. And that's the biggest thing. And he's gone
That's
a lot
facts.
of places, and he can keep going further as long as he keeps his head in the game.
Just take your time, enjoy your journey, and just be proud of the progress that you've made. Because the progress that Richard has made, losing over 200 pounds, that's more impressive than what I've done as a competitor.
Fitness is obviously something that's important, but it comes in all different shapes and sizes. Looking at those guys was definitely like a reminder to myself, like, hey, like you could also be in the best shape of your life if you work hard.
We're doing this? You got it. Yes, money.
Oh, we're doing money.
Damn, bro. They voted Brody out. He could have got in on that. Damn. All right, well, that was 6 fit men versus one secret fat guy. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, they got him out mad quick. That shit was crazy. Shout out to Jubilee. Let me see what else I could react to.